Hello and welcome to Documint. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a progress chart report from your Airtable data that's going to help you with your project management and keeping track of all of your tasks, and then generate a report on your progress. And the output's going to look just like this. We have some nice colors here, and we're going to keep track of the percentage complete. So if we hop over to Airtable, this is going to use two tables. Our first table here is very simple. We're going to have the name of our tasks. We're going to have a status field to say the progress, and then we're having a link to our chart. So this is a very simple table here to replicate. Of course, you can add any additional information you need. And then in our progress chart, we've got a few key things in here, but all of our records are linked back to this one record, all of our tasks here, and it's going to roll up all the information to allow us to create our chart. So what do we have in this table? So this is really where all the action is happening. This is our URL field. Now this is kind of a terrifying formula on initial surface, but actually we've done all the hard work for you. So I'll copy this and put it in the description. This will be all you need. Anything that's purple here is going to be the name of your fields. These correlate with what we have here. So if your field has a different name, then you can put them in these places and everything will work just fine. So don't worry too much about how overwhelming that looks, because we've done all the hard work of identifying which bits you're going to change. So anything in purple is going to be dynamically changed from the field. And when this URL is created, that's going to pull the chart in for us from our friends over at quickchart.io. So we save that one down. Let's give it a quick refresh. And the other fields that we have in here, one is for the width and the height. This is in pixels as to what size we want our chart to be. This is the color of the background. And we had two colors that were merging in our chart, if you remember, a red and a green here. And these are the two colors. So these are hex codes. This allows you to choose any color you want, whether it's a brand color or just a preferred color. And you can find an easy way to find your hex codes online. Just do a quick Google search for hex code finder, and you'll be able to choose a color, and you paste your hex codes in here for these three sections. Then we have a percentage field here. So this is a count of all the tasks that are done, divided by a count of all the tasks in total, and then multiplied by 100. And this is going to give us our percentage that's going to appear, and this is going to change as our number of our tasks change. We've got our button field here. This is our generation link method from Documint. We help you create this in your Documint template. I'll put a link also in the description as to how to set that up. Then an attachment field here for our file, and this is where we roll up our tasks. So we need a link field here that's going back to our tasks table, and we need to link all of the tasks to this one record, and that's how we roll it up. We have a count of all of our tasks, a count type field, and that's everything that's in the link record. And then we have a count of what's done. So here, slight change. We're counting the tasks, but we only want to see whether status is done, because that's going to tell us our progress to date. So to illustrate that, at the moment we're on 50%. If we look at our tasks, that's because 2 tasks are done. But let's say this one is also done. And we see that this changes to 75% here. So we should have everything we need. Because this is kind of a complex formula, it can take a second for this formula to update. So before you click your button, just let Airtable think for a minute, and then all we need to do is press our button to create the chart. So let's hop over to Documint. and see how we set up our template. So this is going to be very simple. We're going to drag a section in here. We can get rid of one of those. We're going to put a text element in there. And this is our progress report chart. So let's make that bold. Let's make it a bit bigger. Something like that. Let's put it in the middle. Looks good. And now let's add our image element. So we add a section, remove one of those columns, we grab our image, and this is where we add the path for the URL, the variable URL to create our chart. And because this is a variable, we need to use our double curly brackets. I think my field was just called URL. That is our variable added. So we add that image. This brings it into the list here, and then we double click that. And this brings in our image. This is our variable image. So we could change the size of this if we wanted to. Let's keep it as 100% because we're, remember, defining the size in our Airtable. We'll do one other thing. Let's put it in the middle. And there we go. We should be all set. Our variable is in here coming from our image. Very simple template, but this should give us everything that we need. So let's go back then to our Airtable and let's click that button and see what we get. So we should see a chart with 75% here. Let's create that. Document's going to generate that for us. There we are. We read 75%. But let's change the tasks around a bit. Maybe we're just getting started on this project and only one thing is done. So then we should see that our percentage changes here, and we give the URL just a second to update. Let's create another one. And there we are. Now we're at 25%. So that's a very easy way to get a really nice, cool looking progress chart from your Airtable data to add to your progress reports or your project management reports or whatever it is that you'd like to create. So as always, I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, and thanks so much for using Documint.